Is the future of our race not worth a single human life? Up! Get up! You'll never stop at one. I'll take you all! Let's go! What's up, Alfonso Nation? Alfonso Peterman here today. Welcome back, one and all, to another episode of Teletraan Unboxings. That is right. Before I begin, I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Hope you guys are having a happy holidays right now. I'm having a holly jolly Christmas. I got my elf shirt, I'm rocking it, I'm feeling the spirit. It is currently, at the time of filming this, it is the day before Christmas Eve, so it's Christmas Eve squared. Christmas Eve. I am super happy and I'm super excited for Christmas. I'm a big fan of it, as you guys know, and I hope you guys are having a great holiday season. Also, before I get started, I want to give a big shout out and a major thank you to the Toy Room for sponsoring this video. That's right, the Toy Room is a new sponsor for the Alfonso Nation. As you guys know, I've been going there many times, showing you guys what's there. It's a beautiful place where there's just a ton of nostalgic figures for a variety of franchises, including Transformers. They got G1 stuff. I've seen Star Wars, DC, Marvel. Literally, they've got comics, they've got shirts, they have collectibles, Funko Pops. I've seen so many different options for so many different genres of levels of interest. So, big thanks to the Toy Room for sponsoring this and for sending me this figure. And I want you guys to go ahead and click the link in the description below to check out their Facebook page, where they actually show what they have, like their most recent stock. And I do have their phone number and their address for anybody who wants to stop by and visit or give them a call. So without further ado, for the first actual unboxing, they were generous enough to provide me with a figure of a character that I love so much. They know that I collect Optimus Prime figures, and this is the one figure I just surprisingly just never got. This is the last, I believe, of the Bavers, if I'm not mistaken, of Optimus Prime, and I'm super excited to finally have him in my collection. Let's go. So I'm really excited to unbox him. I've never seen him out of the box in person, so without further ado, we are going to be unboxing the one and only Studio Series 5. Number 5, the 5th release of Studio Series, and that is the Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime with the the Energon blades, and this is the Optimus that died. This is a pretty cool Optimus, so it's really good to have in my collection. So without further ado, we're gonna get into the unboxing. So for the packaging, of course, you got him displayed there in the window box. You got his beautiful shot right there. He's number 5 for Revenge of the Fallen. Transformers badge on the side. There you go, boom shakalaka. A longer profile of him, and then of course on this side you got the tight shot of his face with the number, like every other packaging, and of course on the back you've got him in robot alt mode and the amount of steps he converts into, and his description says, Optimus Prime fearlessly takes on Decepticons, risking it all for freedom. Whoa! Oh my god, I love that! He fearlessly takes on Decepticons, risking it all for freedom. And he sure did sacrifice it all in that scene. So, really love this guy. Can't wait to get unboxed, and that's what we're gonna do right now. Let's do it. Oh man, I am so glad I'm gonna have this guy now. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah! Let's go! Oh my god! Optimus for Revenge of the Fallen. This dude was such a savage, y'all. I gotta take him out. Oh man, let's go. Got the Energon blades, baby. Come on now, look at that. Energon blade looking stellar. It looks absolutely great. I love that translucent orange, and it looks really nice. I like that gray touch that's on the paint as well. Like, that also looks really nice, and the same goes for the other one. He does come with 2 to obviously match his forest battle moment, so that's fun. Let's go! Hey, this is awesome! You know, at first, I'll be honest, I didn't really know how to feel about the chest design. It looked a little strange to me, but now that I'm seeing it in person, it actually doesn't look as bad as I thought. Seriously, when you take them in person, it's just way different than what they look like online. Like, you really have to unbox them to see what they're all about. This is a beautiful little Optimus. I can just feel Revenge of the Fallen all over him. Here you go. You got him in his robot mode there. Nice detailing all around. You've got, of course, details all in the chest. I like the dark. It's like a dark vibe, you know. You got that darker faded red, and you've got like the darker grays for like the other details. It really highlights like a smoky, like a dark vibe. Yeah, like it really just like has that vibe. The backpack is not too bad. I don't know if it comes mistransformed. It probably does. I know the backpack for some of the other Optimus Primes come automatically with the incorrect configuration. In this case, this might be it. Nevertheless, this is his back. I kind of curved the back a little bit to kind of make it look more like a back instead of like a flat piece. I'm sure there's probably additional configurations you can do to make it look better, but to me, this actually doesn't look too bad. To say that it's just like this is a truck mode Optimus Prime with a different, like kind of like a different design. So once again, here you go. You got the front of him. He looks great all the way down to the feet. That's actually really, really nice. On the side, here's a little side profile. You got him there. To apply the Energon blades, you would just essentially take the little peg and you would peg it upside down, and then it would just like peg into the hand normally, like so, and then booyah. It looks like it's coming out of his arm just like that. It looks like it's coming straight from his arm. I love how they did that. I love how they added the peg. Instead of like, you know, you pegging it on the forearm like this, he just slides it under and it just kind of covers over. Boom! Just like that, you got Optimus Prime with his Energon blades preparing to slice some Decepticons. That scene in Revenge of the Fallen was literally, oh my god, one of the best scenes in the Bayverse. Like, just seeing him rip through those Decepticons left and right, it is beautiful and fantastic. There you have Optimus Prime with his Energon blades. He looks beautiful. He looks amazing. Those Energon blades really bring him out, and it really brings that forest battle vibe to life. The only drawback I can say, besides the backpack, obviously, because the backpack isn't obvious, you know, they probably could have made this a little bit more like flush, and there probably is a way to do it. I just haven't like looked into it for the back configuration. This isn't bad though. I actually like how this looks. The only other thing I would say maybe that they could have improved on is the actual wheels, like the wheels on the sides of the legs here. Maybe they could have like made that more flush, or like fold the wheels back. I know they tried to keep it screen accurate because the wheels were kind of on his hips like that. And the other Optimus Prime figure, they have the wheels, but it's a little bit better done than this guy. But I'm still a big fan. I don't think it's that much of an issue. And the paint is specifically designed for Revenge of the Fallen, so I'm not going to say that the red paint is an issue. It's done on purpose, you know. It's not like an accident or a flaw. They intentionally painted him in this way. So anyway, for articulation, his arm comes, well, you can take his little shoulder pad, go all the way up, and his arm can go all the way up like that. His arm can come down, it rotates all around, and then he does have an arm swivel here, swivel here, and then his wrist go all around like this. You can do all around, and that's pretty awesome. And he does have a arm bend, just about 90 degrees, and it does just straighten out like that. It doesn't really go back too much. He does have a waist swivel, although his back kibble kind of interferes. It kind of hits like the wheel, but if you move his back up, like if you move it up, he can do a full like waist rotation. There you go. It does interfere with some things. You kind of have to clear out some sections, but you can achieve it. The legs, they come all the way up like this. Very, very high kick. Really nice high kick on the legs. and then they come all the way back. Of course, you'd have to move the back piece. I'm gonna move the arm up here. So the back, you'd have to move it back, and then you can do a very high kick backwards. He's got a good range of motion. And then of course, if you straighten them out, the legs can come out like this. It kind of hinders, but if you move this wheel section, this is about as far as you're gonna get with them, which is not too bad at all. The legs also have a swivel. The feet actually come all the way back, come all the way down like that, and they do have a pivot. And then of course, when you bring the leg up, it does have a really nice knee bend right there. So in general, he has an amazing range of motion. And for the head sculpt, of course, the head does move up and down like so. It does come around. Of course, there is some kibble that prevents it, but I think it can go all the way around if you move it a certain way. So if you didn't have all that obstruction, you probably could go all the way around, and there is a way probably to do it. And just for a couple of comparisons, we're gonna bring in some other Optimus Prime figures. So to compare him with the Dark of the Moon Studio Series 44 Optimus Prime, this is probably going to be my favorite Optimus Prime, Bayverse Voyager. There he is there. The scale, of course, the size is about the same. Looks like the Dark of the Moon is a little taller. That's the two primes looking great. I do prefer the Dark of the Moon in this case. I do have this guy's Energon blade. It was given to me by fellow Alfonso. So that's really nice. They look good together, and you can definitely see the paint differentiation. And just to show you guys the difference between the backpacks, you've got this backpack, which is kind of like trying to replicate what it looked like in the film, and then you've got this one here. I don't think either one is wrong. I do kind of prefer this one a little bit. It's a little bit more flush. It looks more intentional. Also, I mean, since we're talking about Revenge of the Fallen, this is how he looked in the forest battle after he died. And he returned. He came back kicking like a beast. This is the Jet Power Prime. Here he is combined with Jetfire, and I've got the DNA kit on it as well. I mean, you can see the differentiation in the size. This is this is what Jetfire did. This is the power of Jetfire's sacrifice. He went from this tiny little guy to this monstrous beast. I'm still a major fan of the Jet Power Prime. Here you go. It's still, you know, the same figure as the 44, but I've got them all combined. So there you go, the difference. You got him in the forest battle, and I'm gonna try to put the feet together a little bit with size. And then here you got him fully like loaded out and beast, just a beast of a figure. Next, I will just do another Voyager. This is Dark of the Moon Sentinel Prime. This is how they scale together. Very close in size. Of course, he is still shorter. He's shorter than the other Optimus Prime, so he is going to be shorter than Sentinel. Here we go. We got them close up. Him and Sentinel Prime. Imagine that fight. Oh my gosh. Imagine them fighting. Like, imagine Sentinel showed up instead of like, you know, Grinder in the forest battle. Imagine that. And lastly, just for the sake of scale, to show you guys what it's about, here he is with MPM Barricade, my most recent MPM purchase. And that's how they look together. He's actually like not that much shorter than Barricade. Barricade's head is taller, and of course, if you measure it by the top of Barricade's shoulder pads, then he really is taller by a lot. But there they are together. You got MPM Barricade and you got this guy. So just for the sake of size and scale, that's the size that you're working with, the Optimus Prime and Barricade. All right, time to take a look at the actual background, the one and the only moment where he just shined like a diamond in the franchise. There he is. That's the forest, the actual scene where he just showed out, even surprising Sam at a moment, and where he actually had the ultimate sacrifice. And just there he is. I mean, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. He looks perfect. It's perfect. Like, you get the paint job, but when you put him in the forest scene, it all makes sense. That smoky, dark vibe. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, slam dunk a like on it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I got more on the way. If I had to rate Studio Series 5, Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm going to give him a good 8.5. I'm going to give him an 8.5. I think he's really, really nice. The red paint being faded is a little bit of a differentiation from what we've seen previously, but it's still a killer figure, and it's an amazing figure, especially for someone who's collecting Optimus Prime. Anyways, once again, I want to give a big thank you to the Toy Room for sponsoring this video and providing me this figure. If you guys want to check them out and give them a call, I got all that stuff in the description box below. You can pay a visit, or he might be able to accommodate you online. Who knows? Just give him a call, and he will be happy to help you guys out. Thanks for watching. This is your Teletraan Unboxer, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Till all are one.